happening YouTube? My name is Matti Weitz. I left my job at 32 years of age, a career behind everything that I built up, studied up to the point that I felt like I have to chase my passion. So no fuss about it, let's get straight to the point. Swim threshold pace. When I say threshold, I mean the second threshold, the anaerobic threshold. Although for Ironman the first threshold, the LT1 threshold, is more relevant. Still, they're very much correlated, and important is still that anaerobic threshold that kind of sets the bar for which speeds you can run eventually then in an Ironman at your aerobic threshold. My long course pool swim threshold will be 110 per 100 meter. That means at this date, if I didn't do it before this video, I have to do it in next week. I have to be able to swim 400 meters in 4:40 or quicker. Long course meters, long course pool. When it comes to the bike, I will have a threshold of a minimum of 400 watts. At this point in time, it is at 360, 370. So I'm thinking if it's almost too conservative to think like that, 410 is going to be my threshold. If I can do this in a lab test, I have to find a way to validate this in the next week or two to not BS this video. Run threshold, 3:10 minutes per K. Now one that's probably more predictable, weekly average volumes for the last 6 months. So there I can use Training Peaks. An average volume, so average means up or down, of 25 hours consistently. That's what I want. That's the number I want to nail at 6 months straight. 25 hours every week. No craziness, 25 hours. What I also noticed actually from the videos is that maybe something that you can learn from that or take away from that. That's something I've taken away. In the beginning, saying that my dream is to win the Ironman World Championship in Kona, although I'm nowhere near on it on paper. Again, it's simple to say this when you're, let's say, 5th place, 10th place, you're close, you're in the realm of having done it. And I'm not in that realm at this point, but I still say this is my dream and I believe I can do this in time. I don't know when that is. I don't know how I'm gonna get there. It's gonna take time, but more important than time, I need to feel that I'm on the road towards there. That was a bit of a problem. No, I don't want to put it as a negative thing. It wasn't a problem. I had a lot of learnings in the last 12 months when it comes to training, which is a big part, also mental wise, but training when it comes to what you do in training to get from this point, which is not world class in triathlon, not close to it. It's good age group level, let's say, or low professional level. That's kind of where I'm at, which is totally okay. I left my career. I did triathlon for a long time, finished my first Ironman in 2012, but I've been working, I've been having a career, I've been doing other things. Although I always loved the sport and dedicated myself a lot to it, as much as I could, at the price of sleep and other things, overtraining, but that's another story. So what I want to say is that actually in the beginning I got a lot of, hate is the wrong word, but negative feedback because people get irritated by me saying that, which just in many ways represents their own mindset. And you might have friends in your cycle that if you have a big dream, you're almost scared to talk about it. You have the feeling you might be able to do this. There's always doubt in the beginning unless you really get it going in your own brain and talk about it a lot and really make sure that you trust yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, how do you expect others to believe in you? So what I noticed is this negative feedback kind of stopped ebbing away. In the beginning it was strong, and the reason why I tell you this is that actually once you come to the point that people realize, and you can see it in the eyes, and maybe you can see it with me talking, that I really have no doubt that I'm gonna get there. At some point the people are kind of want to attack you a little bit or kind of drag you down. It might be a little toxic trait, just a little bit hidden in some jokes or something, maybe some of your friends, it might be family, absolutely, that I want you to go away from that comfort zone, away from what they have been doing, and they should also chase their dreams, but they don't. And it hurts when you have someone that's very close to you that suddenly decides to make a step towards whatever it is. It might be changing career, it might be opening a business, might be whatever it is, make another education after you've been a mom, to find something new, a new job after that time. Anything that comes into that realm, you will have resistance. And you have to be very strong internally, and you have to only share it with people, and it might be just a handful, it might be just 1 or 2, share with those people that support you. And as soon as you feel like you get that negative feedback, again coming back to that, once you stay on your path, stay true to your path. I've been saying and talking about this for years straight now here. And at the beginning, I get it, irritates you, but that started to ebb away because they see there's not a victim that I can attack. That person, no matter what I say, you can't say anything to me. Nobody can say anything to me objective that is going to shake my belief in that this is going to happen. I'm going to chase this dream. I personally had to build my belief up from the ground. I didn't have something given from day one from my childhood, anything like anything is possible. This is not how I grew up. I had to, beginning, fabricate it, talk myself into things, make sure that I keep believing in it, and now it comes to the point that they have to stay true to that emotion and chase your dream. So it's end of January now. I will be in the aerobic phase of training and base phase. Again, I learned a lot when it comes to training. Training wise, I did look for extremes. I will do absolutely anything possible to get to this world title except doping. I think it's important to say, because if somebody says anything when it comes to endurance sports, it's a bit fishy. So, brief topic to doping, you have to expect that there is doping in the sport. The more money comes in the sport, the more it's relevant, but that's something you can't focus on. Again, those things are out of your control, and I believe triathlon, long distance triathlon, is still a sport where you can get to that level without, other sports maybe, where you have to kind of, at least the common sense is, you almost have to jump into that road. But that road is not going to be for me, and I believe I can get there with the right training. All kinds of experiments here I did, now I can share it. And again, I want to be maybe a bit less secretive about some things, but I thought I'm kind of finding a secret path here, and I want to share with everybody, because it took a lot of research, a lot of thinking to try those things out, and I failed many times. Not all the time, but I failed a lot of times. I tried a 5-2 rhythm, 5 days training, 2 days completely off. I trained 28 to 30 hours in those 5 days, 30k swimming, 12 to 14 hours of biking, also quality, and 100k of running in those 5 days consistently. But often, that's the thing, not consistent. After 3-4 weeks, I kind of started to drop off, although it was 2 days rest. So if you follow my videos, at the beginning of the year in the winter time, I tried to really push that higher limit, those higher limits, 500 watt range, really high end of VO2 max, to kind of raise the second threshold up, but kind of, starting intensity without like a proper aerobic base. And with proper base, I mean 3 months straight of aerobic work, maybe a bit of strength, but not, bringing your body into this hypertension state, which you will have at times, and you go in, but you always have to drop out again. That's a pattern I found into this other phase of letting your body calm down aerobically. It's still an aerobic sport. I think this is gonna be it for this video. I'm gonna be making another one now after this, 24th of January. In this week, Matti, saying it to you, you have to make another video, and again in another 6 months time. So I'm pretty sure I'll be again like 2024, which both races were a disaster. The second one I got sick, first one was horrible. Of the Ironman Pro series, I hope it still exists. I believe it does. It didn't stop after 1 year. It's an amazing concept. I love everything about it. So I'm gonna be again in Oceanside, maybe get my ass kicked a little bit less. That's not my mindset, but 1 year is no magic, but I'm gonna be a lot closer than I was in 2024, that I can promise. Same as Texas, I'm gonna be having a solid day. Let's stop this video here. Thanks for watching.